Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're going to be doing a full unboxing, review, demo, and try-on of everything in the June BOXYCHARM Premium Box. So for those of you who don't know, this is a monthly subscription box, retails for $35, and we're going to be jumping into the entire box. I'm going to try every item in the box for you, give you an individual review on each individual product. We're going to find out, is the box worth it, and go through all of that. So if that's something you're into, make sure to keep on watching, and please don't forget to subscribe because I upload 3 times a week, and that's going to be the best way to stay up to date on all the fun stuff I'm posting. So if you want to see all the goodies inside my June premium box, stay tuned. Alright, so the first item I'm going to talk about out of the box, obviously, is the theme card. This is the BOXYCHARM Oasis box, which very like stay-at-home vibes. You know, you've got your tea, you've got your like candle. This is definitely like a pamper yourself kind of box. And I think I can see that, and we'll go into that as the products come out. First item out of the box from Glow Recipe is the Avocado Melt Retinol Sleeping Mask. The Avocado Melt Retinol Sleeping Mask is a creamy, nourishing mask formulated with antioxidant-rich avocado, exfoliating PHA, and the most gentle form of retinol, encapsulated retinol. Super gentle yet effective mask works to improve your skin elasticity and reveal smoother, hydrated skin with each use. Used as a wash-off, flash facial, or overnight mask for deep recovery, retails for $49. Now, I'm not going to open this one because I already have this, and we're going to talk about mine. I did review this in a previous video and told you guys about it, and I showed you the size. And this is the regular size, which is the 0.85. The one that came in my box is actually the 2.37 volume size. So that's the one I spoke about. That is the one that came in my box. So I got the bigger one in my box, but the formula is identical. I love this stuff. First off, it is super creamy, and I did a full review, which I will link up here, talking about it, so I'm not going to spend too much time talking about this today. However, this mask is super nourishing, super creamy. Everything they said, I 100% agree with. The other thing I would like to say is that whenever I try out skincare, you know how obviously with all skincare, it takes you 28 to 60 days to really see some results? With this one, I actually did notice the next morning my skin felt smoother, tighter, firmer. You instantly see results. However, here is your big flashing neon sign public service announcement warning. If you're using any product with retinol, you must wear SPF the following day. Even if you guys are inside, there are still UVA and UVB rays that do get indoors. So if you're not wearing any form of sun protection or sunscreen, you are undoing the good of the retinol because it's actually going to open up your skin for faster aging, and it's going to make you worse than if you weren't using either to begin with. So anytime you're using a retinol product, I mean, you should be wearing an SPF every day, not even a question. But if you're going to use this, make sure the next morning, no question, you are wearing SPF. Okay, so the next item out of the box is from Skin & Co. Roma, which is the Sardinian Spirit Shower Gel. Like this delicate fragrance of yellow flowers on a vibrant Sardinian summer day, when the Mediterranean breeze carries the note of pressed myrtle, flowers, and berries that runs through the cobblestone streets. Free of phthalates, parabens, and mineral oils, this limited edition shower gel is sure to take you back to the island of Sardinia this summer. Retails for $22. As you can see, I don't even know if you can see, I've already been using it for 2 days because my box got here 3 showers ago. I love this. So it smells beautiful, just like it says. It is very liquidy, I will say. So a little goes a long way, and you're going to want to lather it up nicely. And the fact that it, without parabens, does lather up is really cool. Love the scent of this. Brandon doesn't love it. He thinks it's a little too liquidy. He likes more of a gel. This is more of like a liquid gel. So it is, like you can even see it moving through the bottle. It is a very runny formula. I don't have an issue with that, but if you like more of a thick consistency, then that's something to keep in mind. Mine did come, there was a tiny bit of leakage in the bottle, so just be mindful there is a chance that a tiny bit will have gotten out, but it was such a small amount, it wasn't even really a big deal. But just a warning, you can possibly have a leak in your box, be careful. But yeah, this stuff is actually really good, and I'm quite a big fan of that. So there are 4 more items in the box, and they require me to have my face on. So I'm going to go throw on the first few steps of my makeup routine, and we'll come back to talk about the next item in the box. Okay, so base is done, and we're on to the next 2 items out of the box. First, from Billion Dollar Brows, this is the Sculpting Duo Brush. I'm going to hold it up while I read about it, but Simplest tool to achieve the perfect contour. The contour side, densely packed angled brush applies to target areas, then buffs and blends for a sculpted look. The highlight side is a tapered brush for precise blending to enhance smaller features on the face. So we're going to use both of these, well, both sides of this with the next item. Oh, the brush retails for $30. And the next item we're going to pair that with is the Too Faced Chocolate Cocoa Contour Palette. I'm going to open that up while we talk about it. Lift cheekbones and sculpt like a pro with the easiest contouring palette you've ever experienced. Buildable matte formula infused with our skin-loving cocoa complex and blends beautifully for a diffuse, subtle contour so natural and effortless, all they'll see is your perfect bone structure. Retails for $44. So it is broken down as a light, a medium, and a deep. So I'm going to be utilizing, for my skin tone, for the brightening powder, I'm definitely going to be using the light one. And I'm going to probably use both the light and the medium contour kit. I'm going to start by grabbing the light contour on the contour side of the brush, and let's sculpt. Okay, definitely pigment. I can see that it is working. And as far as for my complexion, that's actually a really nice color. Typically, I am between light and medium. I know on camera I look super fair. But the issue I run into, like, I'm going to use Fenty, for example. The Fenty foundation starts at shade 100 and ends at shade, I think, 500. So 100 to 500. 100 being the lightest, 500 being the darkest. I wear shade 200, and it's actually a little light for me. I need to go back and get a new shade. But 200 is considered medium. Fenty, the 100s are light, the 200s are medium, the 300s are, I think, tan, and the 400s to 498, which is the darkest, is dark. So I'm technically considered to Fenty medium, but I'm kind of on that in-between for light and medium. So I didn't expect, like, this is a good contour. I'm going to take a little bit of the medium tone as well, just to deepen it up a little bit, because it's a little bit light. But you see how I need to mix the shades? If I was to go right into the medium, it would actually be a little bit too dark. But the color is nice, and the brush is actually working nicely. I'm just going to continue mixing those two colors to make sure I am getting a nice contour. Can't neglect the jawline. And I'm actually going to take the highlighty side to do the nose. That actually worked really nicely. I'm going to wipe off the brightening side, and I'm actually going to go into the highlight shade, and I'm going to, yeah, that's not going to work. So I love this side for contour. I really like this side for contouring the nose, but when it comes to brightening the face, I need a brush that's a little bit lighter and fluffier. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to use the brightening shade, yeah, much better, with a fluffier, larger brush. That's not to say that I don't like the smaller side of this brush. I actually think it's really quite nice. However, not for brightening. I would use that for like a nose contour. But all in all, I think that sculpted quite nicely. All right, I am, however, looking a little bit pale as far as like ghostly. So I'm gonna also just grab a little bit of the Too Faced bronzer that we got in last month's premium box. And on a nice fluffy brush, just add a little bit of this over to warm up the skin. For those of you who are going to ask, because I know it's still confusing for some people, contour and bronzer are not the same thing. Contour typically has a neutral leaning cool tone, almost gray, without being gray, because that is what's going to provide a shadow to help sculpt the face, lift the cheekbones, the works. Bronzer is typically warmer with that like red or yellow undertone. That's what gives you that warmth to the skin that makes it look like skin and not make it look super flat. So this, what we're adding now, notice how I'm really just concentrating on the perimeters of the face, but because I'm taking it over where we already contoured, it is giving us the shape to the face while also giving us a little bit of warmth. While I'm here, just to make it easy, I am going to quickly go throw on a quick eye look, which is honestly just going to be like bronzer and a little bit of a shimmer shade, something super easy, and throw on a quick lip, and I'll be back to talk about the last 2 items in the box. Okay, so I am back and the rest of the face is tied up. I noticed in the footage from the first half, my foundation looked like it really didn't match. My neck is still a little red from sunburn, so you're gonna have to forgive me for a little bit of not matching because I need to get a darker foundation. I live in Florida, I'm tan now. So I will be doing that, I promise, don't worry. And it's also been about 45 minutes because Jadi G here on YouTube actually just called me and I just spent 40 minutes on the phone with her while I did my eyeshadow, and that's okay. I took a break. Anyway, I did want to shout out the palette I used today. This is the Sugar Daddy palette from Brow Bar by Rima. One of these palettes will be coming in BOXYCHARM next month, so you are getting a premium spoiler for July in this video. So this is the palette I used. I wanted like a corally eye because in my base box unboxing, which I will link up here, I tried to do a look like this and the palette just didn't work. It was not a vibe from me. So I did want to try again and see what I can do when I actually had a palette that performed. And this is what I got. So we're going to jump back into this unboxing. The next item out of the box is going to be the only one I'm not demonstrating on camera. This is the KVD Vegan Beauty Inkwell Long Wearing Matte Eyeliner. Retails for $20. It is a pot eyeliner. I don't typically use things like this because I don't do a lot of liquid liner because my eyes are so hooded that you end up losing it. And if I need a pen, I'll use something quick. So this is not going to be used today, but the formula is very long wearing. It is very dark. It is very matte. It is very black. So if you like a black pot liner, you will love it. I personally just don't like that kind of a formula. And the last item out of the box is from Lashaholic Luxury Lashes. These are the They're Real I Swear lashes. They retail for $14.99. 100% silk lightweight lashes. So we're going to pop these on. As always, I did already measure and cut these. So I'm going to take just a little bit of my lash glue. I know every time I do lashes on camera, I tell people I'm going to link my video, but I figured this time I'll just give you guys how I do it. So I took a little bit of glue on the edge. I give it, I don't know, 15, 20 seconds, and then I pop it right on. Nice and simple. And boom, it is on. So right away, it is a little bit, it's a silk lash. It doesn't feel super plasticky, not very heavy on the eye. I do think it is quite pretty. That being said, you guys know I do typically prefer a lash that's a little bit fuller. Like I keep the BOXYCHARM and Lily lashes on deck all the time, because for me that is like the perfect lash shape. But that being said, I don't dislike these lashes, but they are not a favorite. Like, I will probably end up wearing them just because once I open a lash, I try to use them as many times as possible until they are gross and garbage. But, that being said, I don't think that this is necessarily a bad lash. I just tend to prefer lashes like this, which are a little bit fuller. And these, you'll see they're very, like, lines of hairs. I like when they crisscross a little bit just because it does make them look quite a bit fuller. All right, I'm going to let this dry down, apply the other lash, and I'll be right back to talk through the entire box. All right, and this is the finished look from the box. So just to round up everything, avocado mask from Glow Recipe, definitely a hit. Again, I've been using it for months. I love it. The shower wash, body wash, shower gel, smells really nice, very liquidy, but still a really refreshing product. So that is also going to be a win from me. As for the contour brush and contour palette, I think the palette worked out really nicely, and so did the brush. I actually think these worked really well together. Both are going to be hits from me. I am obviously not a Inkwell liner fan, so using a pot liner, not really for me. And the lashes, I don't dislike them, but honestly, they are not my favorite. So 4 out of 6 wins for me. 1, not me, but not bad. 1, I don't love. Which, compared to my base box, spoiler alert, I was not a fan of quite a few products. But, like I say in every BOXYCHARM video, as long as you get your money's worth, it's worth it, right? This box is a $35 price point, and all in all, This box has a retail value of $179.99. So for $35, that is a hell of a win, especially if you find 2, 3, or in my case, 4 products that really end up working for you. Thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know down below what you are most excited to get your hands on, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!